Good evening, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm just going to go ahead and share these link and get started. All right. We'll wait for just a couple more minutes here to let people join, and we'll get started. As always, this will be recorded. So we'll post a recorded link as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'll post a recorded link later. All right, let's dive into SPY. SPY had a nice comeback on Friday. It had a very beautiful close. At the end, we went from bright red to close green. And the good part about this one is we held May 12th lows, which we have been talking about, which was at 385, and we closed above that. So that is a really good sign. And I think we'll have a nice bounce tomorrow. At least when I saw the futures last time, it was nice, bright green. But still, again, we are not out of the woods yet. No need to get comfortable here. As you can see, our culprit, this 9 EMA, we are still below that. And I'm pretty sure we'll open below that as well, which is at 397.48 area. So that is your key level to watch. We'll just round it up and say 397.50 area. Will be a key level to watch tomorrow. So if we come close to that, that would be a good opportunity to short a scalp over there. But if it gets above that, we're gonna look up to 402.50 area on SPY. But this is a busy week. I was just looking at the economic calendar, and we have tons of Fed speakers speaking this week. They are split all throughout the week, but we also have Fed Chair Powell talking on Monday, I believe. On Tuesday at 12:20 p.m. And then we also have FOMC meeting, not the rate decision, just the FOMC meeting at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have initial job claims and GDP numbers coming in early in the morning. So it's going to be a very busy week, and it's going to be volatile as well. So make sure you play accordingly. All right, let's head up to the tech world here. Tech world did the same. It came close to closing green, but this is good enough that it held May 12's lows, which was at 284.94 area. Again, 9 EMA is going to be your watch line, which is around 297. So that is your key level to watch tomorrow, 297 on the Qs. As long as we are below that, don't try and go long swinging. You can scalp, but don't try to go long as long as we do not close above that 9 EMA. Guys, as you can see, we have been writing this down all along. So just put that on your chart and follow this 9 EMA. That's all you got to watch for, and cut all the other noise. The other thing we have been looking at is the wicks. If you guys remember, we have been over and over talking about this 32 and this 30 level. We have been closing below that, and that's a really good sign. The other good sign on the wicks is that we closed below this 9 EMA. So that's another good sign. Now, the other level we'll be watching on this one is 27, 70 area, and of course, our 50 SMA, which is around 26. So these are the two key levels. We need to break below this one to see a nice rally above on the indices. So the other one, we're going to look at our regular stocks plus a couple of them. We have two different ones today. So let's talk about the Tesla. Tesla, if you guys remember from last week, we had put this trade idea for you guys. If you guys played this, you guys banked it. All right. So this trade idea, we had it below 708. You want to go ahead and short for 527. You're going to buy 600 puts. Guys, we closed at 663.90 on Tesla, and the low of the day on this one was 633. So it was a bang on trade, and I hope you all made money on that one. Tesla is still pretty bearish. We have closed below 100 SMA on the weekly, and that's going to be your major resistance going forward, which is around 708 area. So if it comes to 708 area again, I will short Tesla with a stop above 715. So I'll give some wiggle room, as you know, market is volatile, but any bounce on Tesla should be a sell. And below 630, believe me or not, Tesla is headed down to 500. So below 630, go ahead and short Tesla all the way down to 500. Give yourself a couple weeks and you'll definitely bank it. The next one, I'll closely be watching on this one, and this is our new trade idea for the week. So if you guys want to note it down, I will keep the screen open for a second. I'll be watching this Amazon very closely as they have a split coming up soon within few days here. So definitely watching this one as the IV will spike on this one as well. So tomorrow, as long as 2150 holds on to it, I would either go long at that level, or if Amazon gets above 2220, which is your 9 EMA, if it gets above that, we're going to see a nice run on this Amazon. So this is your trade idea. Write it down, take a screenshot, whatever you feel like it's, and we'll come back and review this one. The other one I'll be watching is Apple tomorrow. Apple actually did really well. It fell to our line, absolutely, and closed above that. And it closed really close to this weekly 100 SMA, which is at 138. So 138 area is going to be your key level to watch going forward on Apple. If we fall below that again, believe me or not, this one is going to go down to 120s really quickly. All right. But as long as 138 level holds on Apple, we're going to see at least a decent bounce around 144 to 145 area. Tomorrow, the key level I'll be watching to go long on Apple is 140.70, which was your Friday's high. So at least we'll go and, have a kiss with this Apple 9 EMA, which is around 144.44. So, there are many ideas here. If you want to write it down, on Apple, above 140.70, you can buy 145 weekly calls, and your target will be around 144.50 area. But below 140.70, I would go ahead and short Apple again, all the way down to 134. The other two different ones I'm watching closely on this week, is Roku, and the other one is TTD. So let's talk about Roku here real quick. I really like it. It's been showing some strength. If you look at it, the sell volume is very low compared to the buy volume on this one. It is consolidating at this level. We're going to look at 100, above 100. I would go ahead and buy calls on Roku. There is definitely immediate resistance around 106 area, but I think given this previous weekly candle, I think we might push through this one around all the way to 120s if we can get above 100 and 106. But below 90, I would go ahead and short Roku. But I'll be watching Roku and then TTD. TTD is getting really tight as well. This is our second trade idea for the week. So the first one is Amazon and the second one is TTD. We'll be watching TTD above 55.30, and I will buy 60 call 2 weeks out on this one for June 3rd expiration, and my target would be this 50 SMA on daily candle, which is around 61. So these are the few charts I'll be watching, along with Roblox. Of course, Roblox, we had our trade idea last week, which did not trigger. As I said, we wanted to see this above 35.70, but it never got above that. But what I like about this Roblox, it is still holding this 9 EMA. We closed above that, and that's a really good sign. If you are into Roblox and you want to trade this, watch this 31.40 level on Roblox tomorrow. As long as we can hold on to this one, this can again push back above close to 35. The other one, after Amazon, there's a Google split coming on. And if you guys remember, We drew this line last week for 21.15 on Google. Look at this, the bounce on the money, on the money. The low for the day was 2115.93 on Friday. It had a really beautiful, beautiful bounce. I will play Google on this one if we can get above 2200, because I'm pretty sure you'll at least catch 60 points on Google if it can get above 2200. And I would keep my stop, right around 2190. I'll give 10 points wiggle room on Google. So Google above, I've already set my alert on this one. If we get above 2200, I'll go ahead and buy for the weekly call 2250s. So this is what I have for the week. Sometime this week, I plan on making a scalping video. I know we have already talked about it, but one of the days this week we'll only talk about how to scalp on a shorter time frame, because that's what market is giving us right now, and we gotta utilize it. This is all I have. If you guys have any requests from me, I'll go ahead and look at a couple of charts here before I take your leave, and I will see you again, of course, for our daily quick review tomorrow. Jenny, yes, for this monkeypox, there is a play called SIGA, S-I-G-A, which has been doing pretty well. Had a really nice bounce, actually, SIGA. It was up after hours as well. Look at that. Wow, I went all the way up to 15 after hours, and it was up 43% previously. But yeah, this one is gone. I'm pretty sure if that's the case, I think it is going to keep running. So keep an eye on this one pre-market. I highly doubt that this one dips all the way down to $8, but we would love it if it came back down, but doesn't look like it that it's going to go all the way down there. But even on weekly, if it came back down to 10, but I don't see that happening as well. I don't think it's going to drop 30% in a day, 30 to 40%. On daily, it's gone. Let's look at a shorter time frame, see if it dips anywhere that might give us a chance to get in. On a 4-hour chart, there's a small support at 1250. So if you get an entry around 1250 to play a little bit on the upside, that might be your case. But I'm pretty sure this is going to gap up pretty hard. So if you're gonna wake up early and look at it pre-market to get in, look at the volume and get in. All right, folks, this is all I have for you. And I will see you all tomorrow again. You guys have a good trading week and trade responsibly. All right, have a good night.